Hello and welcome to Bed Talks number 26. Incredible. I think you get the concept by now. Instead of speaking from a stage, such as like a TED Talk, sharing a thought, perspective, a message, maybe a shift in thinking every day from bed, thus a bed talk. And today I want to talk about something that came up on a webinar I was doing today called Zoom fatigue. I'm still not sure what it is. I know what it means. Obviously, it's some sort of fatigue related to Zoom. And the people who are bringing it up said that it wasn't, they weren't fatigued, but some of the people they were reaching out to were talking about Zoom fatigue. And I'm not sure I understand it, because if you think about Zoom, a lot of people right now are saying, just like me, hey, why didn't I use Zoom or something like this before instead of just relying on a phone call? Because Zoom is so much better than a phone call. And before this pandemic, it was sort of either phone or in person. And right now we're going to Zoom because we don't have in person. But actually, I think Zoom is going to replace, in many ways, the phone call for those of us who want to have that different kind of connection. I'm one of those people. So I'm not sure what Zoom fatigue is. I guess it could be that someone is tired of being on Zoom, but I'm guessing those people are on the phone either the same amount of time or more normally. So I guess I wonder, why is Zoom more fatiguing? Maybe because it requires us to be more present. And until our presence muscle is fully exercised and in good shape, we will be tired when we're more present. Think about that. Maybe that's what this is about, because on the phone I don't have to be present. I can say I'm present, I can talk as if I'm present, but I can do other things, I can put the phone up. But on Zoom, that's kind of hard to do. So maybe what this is about is we're all exercising our be more present muscle, and that potentially could be fatiguing. I also want to warn you, I guess, against putting labels on things and calling something fatiguing, because if it's fatiguing, you won't want to do it, and you will try to minimize it, when in fact right now I think it's one of the greatest tools we have. It's a way to connect more deeply than by phone, and I get it. Some people have said, I don't like how I look on video. I'm not fully understanding that. Please reply and comment and educate me on that. But when they say that, I say back to them, well, then what do you do when you meet with someone in person? Do you stand behind a curtain? I don't know what is different about a video versus in person, but to me, it's worth the adjustment. Now, someone said to me the other day that one of the things that's hard for them is they get tired of looking at themselves all the time on a Zoom. Great point, but did you know Zoom has an out for you? You can actually turn that off. So if you click on your picture, your box, up in the right-hand corner, there's 3 little dots, and when you click on it, you get a pull down, and one of those is hide self-image. So you don't have to look at yourself. Another little tip about Zoom that's tough for me, because I'm used to looking people in the eye, is that when you look at the people that you're on the Zoom with, you're actually, to them, it's going to look like you're looking down. So if you really want them to see your eyes, you're going to have to look in the camera. And as I said, that's tough for me. I get it, but I'm so used to looking people in the eye and it being a mutual exchange of eye contact. But in Zoom, it's not. So that's an adjustment we have to make. So if you're feeling Zoom fatigue, I would ask you to think about what's really fatiguing. Maybe it's just discomfort, and the discomfort results in you feeling fatigue. But that discomfort is coming from using a tool that I think really allows us to connect well, especially now. So pay attention to your Zoom use, pay attention when you're feeling fatigued, and more importantly, try and understand what actually is going on. And I invite you to get rid of the term fatigue, because if you're fatigued by Zoom, you're going to avoid it. And right now, that is not something to avoid, it is something to embrace. So that's Bed Talk 26. See you tomorrow.